Aloha guys, Ohana. It's good to be here today. Privileged to be alive in this day and age. Who do you work for, Mike? I've sat here and watched all these people come up and share little layers of that shedding of democracy that Mr. Sheehan talked about earlier. And it's just one thing after the other. And so there's an underlying thing going on here. It's a systemic thing. And if you guys will all hear it, I'll be happy to share it and expose some things that a lot of people would rather me not. First, so that people understand why I picked all of the issues, there's 51 issues up for discussion here. 51 we're supposed to decide on and give our public opinion to an obvious corrupt system. We'll start with the sunscreen. We heard the gentleman giving us some statistics from the CDC on sun exposure. And I wanted to add those statistics by letting you guys know that the CDC also said that 99% of all statistics are made up, and only 30% of people realize that. Not too funny, I guess. Anyway, let me get to the heart of it, because we know about the sunscreen. The people don't want it. Let's not pollute. Let's not serve the corporate agenda. The next item is the mining of the sands. We should not mine the sands. Our county government has been hijacked from us and has now been federalized. We have people like Mike White, like Riki, like others that have been, Mr. Arakawa among them, that we the people didn't vote in, but they were appointed. And they were appointed by an organization called the National Association of Counties. And that's a federal entity that Riki has served as the president of, who now serves, I believe, as a council member for Lanai. I'm exposing corruption here, the corruption that is the elephant in the room. This is absurd that we have 51 agendas here that are all money laundering. If you read through here, it's money 200,000, 100,000, 90,000, 105,000, 68,000, all going to the police people. This may be political suicide, but it is the truth, and we need to talk about it. And I'm not here to villainize anybody. I'm here to offer a solution. It is underlying of every part of the agenda. It's the agenda itself. You know, we've all come down here, and my kids are watching. You know, this is the future. We don't. It's a bunch of people that don't have our best interests in charge of our best interests, and they're working for a federal entity, and they're not working for the people. So once we know that, we say we have an opportunity to take the power back. It is so corrupt here. Okay, we have some good people here that are fighting for us, but they're bound to a system. And, you know, it's crazy I'm up here doing it, Riki, and I rode up the elevator with you. How is that? I came here, got on the list, went and did some errands, I come back, I ride up the elevator, and it's Riki in the elevator with me. And it's like, I'm Googling stuff, I'm just researching stuff while I'm sitting here. And it's like, whoa, this is real. And so, we need a revolution, okay? We are a small community here in Maui. We are 140,000 people, and we all know what's the right thing to do. So here's a proposal that came to me that I would want to share with you folks. And it would be one where we're able to create a system, like Buckminster Fuller said, create a new system that renders the old obsolete. And so with this technology here, with this phone, with these cameras, we can communicate instantaneously almost around the world. We no longer need elected officials to do and represent us. Anything on here, one of these 51 issues, which are all major issues with major questions, that they're ramrodding right down our throats. Okay? We should have access to that through a website that's transparent. We should be able to build an app where we as community members can communicate about ideas, about potholes in the road, about meetings where we don't have to take time out of our day to make absurd. So I just invite you guys to really read these things on this paper and ask yourself, and then say, what can we do? And these guys want to do the right thing. Mike White wants to do the right thing. Riki definitely wants to do the right thing. We know Alika wants to do the right thing, and Ellie wants to do the right thing. We can make it happen. We've got to take the power back. And we can do that with the self-governance.
Thank you.
Thank you. Aloha.
Thanks, Beau.
Thanks.
Good job.
Thanks. Whoa. Well, that happened.